Hello, good evening, good good morning, everybody. I am Abhiram Pradhan. Today we are going to discuss the RAM type digital voltmeter. The RAM type digital outlines are here described. What is DVM? Well, first of all, we should know that what is DVM. Diagram, then construction of RAM type DVM. Then we'll go for working of RAM type DVM. Then we'll go for the merit and demerit of merit demerit. I mean disadvantage and disadvantage of RAM type DVM. Okay. So what is DVM? DVM means digital voltmeter that displays measurement of DC or AC voltages as a discrete numeral. I mean it is in digit it will show. DVM is a versatile accurate instrument which can be measured in very laboratory instruments. DVMs can be classified into various types: ramp type, integrating type, continuous balance DVM, successive approximation DVM. So there are so many types of DVMs. Then RAM type DVM we are going to study here. The operating principle of RAM type DVM is based on measurement of a time it takes for a linear ramp voltage to rise from 0 to input voltage level, and then descend from decrease from the level of the input voltage to the voltage of a 0, and that time period we are going to measure and we will go further. This time interval is measured with the electronics time interval counter, and that count is displayed as a numerical digit. So RAM type digit, this is a principle. Then we will go for it's a diagram. Now mark that diagram. What we are saying, now there is a electronic counter. The counter will count that clock oscillator will supply the oscillating signal. First of all, input side you mark that input voltage and ranging and attenuator. Here also mark that ramp generator and the sample rate multivibrator. The main basic part of this RAM type DVM is input comparator and ground comparator. That input comparator will compare the input signal with ramp generator signal. Ground comparator will compare the ramp generator signal with the ground signal. That's why the ground comparator name is the ground comparator, input comparator name is the why, and because it compares the input signal. Then when input signal goes to the gate circuit, that supply input comparator से जो supply जाता है उसको start pulse बोला जाता है, because it starts the gate circuit. Then when it starts the gate circuit, the clock oscillator is continually supplies the circuit. The clock oscillator gives the supply to the counter. The counter counts the signal for the duration for which it is the gate circuit is open. But gate circuit, when it will be closed? Now when the ground comparator gives a signal, it closes the gate. What it closes the gate means the oscillating signal does not reach at the counter. Why oscillating signal? The stop pulse, that's why it is a stop pulse. The ground comparator, when it gives the signal, gate stops. That's why it is named as the stop pulse. The work of a sample rate multivibrator is what? Now sample rate multivibrator provides a initiating pulse to the ramp generator, which again generates the ramp signal. Then after counter counts the time duration for which oscillating signal reaches at the counter. Counter gives that the counting pulse, and this is in a readout. It is shown in digits in a readout device or a display device, which you may say. Now mark that waveform diagram. What we are the duration of what we are saying that duration. Now mark that voltage being measured. The voltage इसको measure करना है. ये A level में 12 volt. ये ramp generator का signal है. Ramp generator का signal. So input voltage is compared when it is reaches at this point. At that point, what will happen? Now the start pulse gives the signal. When start pulse gives the signal, the oscillating signal, this oscillating signal goes to your counter, which we have discussed. When it stops, that at this point when it is 0 means ground comparator. 0 comparator जो है, zero crossing detector भी उसको बोला जा सकता है. So 0 comparator when it counts, then what happens? Now this gives a signal which counting stops. That's why it is called as a stop pulse. Then construction के बारे में अगर if you go for that, RAM type DVM consists of a ranging and attenuator circuit. Ranging circuit का उसका काम different है. Attenuator circuit generally it attenuates. That means decreases the signal. It consists of an input comparator and a ground comparator, which we have discussed. Then consists of a ramp generator and a ramp sample rate multivibrator. Ramp generator gives the generates the ramp signal, and sample rate multivibrator initiates the ramp generator. It consists of a clock oscillator and a gate circuit. Clock oscillator is providing us a oscillating signal. Gate circuit is like a door, open and closing. It also consists of a counter and a display device. Counter counts the number of oscillating signal goes to it, and the display device shows the readout. Then after working we have discussed it. Then when at the start measuring cycle is given, then in ramp voltage is initiated. Ramp voltage initiation होने के बाद what will happen? Then there will be a comparison. When a comparison will be going there, when there is a equalization of the ramp signal with the input signal, then it gives a signal. In this way it works. It's all the processes we have discussed already. Now merit and demerit of a ramp type DVM. Ramp type merit क्या है ना? जनरली रैम टाइप डीवीएम में मेरिट यही है, एडवांटेज यही है, इट इज ए वेरी लो कॉस्ट सर्किट एंड इट इज वेरी सिंपल टू डिजाइन. वेरी सिंपल सर्किट है डिजाइन करने के लिए. देन लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ आउटपुट पल्स इज पॉसिबल इन द रैम टाइप वे. दिस मेन एडवांटेज इज द लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस मेजरमेंट के लिए वो काम कर सकता है, बिकॉज इट गिव्स इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल्स. डिमेरिट क्या है? इट्स एक्यूरेसी ऑफ आउटपुट ग्रेटली डिपेंड्स ऑन लिनियरिटी ऑफ द रैम्प signal, since only one ramp is being used. Try to understand that accuracy is somehow compromised in this type of instrument because of the linearity of a ramp signal. Here only ramp generator we are using, and ramp generator somehow able to give the very bad generation capacity and its accuracy. Ramp generator का जो accuracy है वो बहुत लो एफिशिएंसी है. इसी वजह से उसका जो लो एफिशिएंसी के वजह से इसका भी रैम्प टाइप जनरेटर का, रैम्प टाइप डीवीएम का भी एक्यूरेसी खराब होता है. Then in RAM type DBM, input filters are needed for filtering noise from the input signal. RAM type DBM में if will go for the without filter, then that signal gets very noisy signal, and if you will use very high cost filters, then its advantage also will lost, because it is a low cost device. If you use it for the very high cost filters we will use, then its cost will also increase. So that's why whenever filter will be used, then that device will be also very costly device. Thank you.